Hey, this is KV, and this is the moon phase report for the full moon coming up on June 23rd, 2013. Okay, so this one feels so good, and I so hope that all of you are so feeling so good. Like it's so good kind of a thing to be feeling if you can access it. And we'll talk more on that later if you're not. But it's such a sweet right action balancing time right now. We have the solstice actually is coming up tomorrow, but you're not going to get these. Oh yeah, you'll be listening to this one, so you will. But anyway, the 21st we have the solstice, and it's really interesting, I think, because the word solstice means something like sun at a standstill kind of thing, and it's basically how it gets to its furthest point, and then it comes back. And it's so perfect that this is right next to the full moon. Not only that the full moon is coming at 2 degrees Capricorn, but also that it's right there with Pluto. So there's with Pluto and Capricorn, and then Uranus coming in too and just affecting it. I don't know, it's just really cool. But so anyway, what's kind of happening in our lives is that there's a really big balancing thing going on. So if you are putting too much energy in one area, even if you love it and you don't think you're out of balance, any place that you're out of balance is going to be showing up right now, and it's going to be like stopping you, or maybe something was so tolerable and all of a sudden it will be completely intolerable to the point where you do have to figure out a new way. Because it's about, like, if you've been working too much, it's gonna come to your awareness that you need to have more play, you need to have more rest, you need to have more fun. If you're playing too much and not really committing to something and getting down to business on something, then the same thing will be happening, where you're like, I'm just wasting my life, I need to do something. So it's kind of cool like that we really are being put into balance of healthy things, equal amounts, nothing excess, nothing deprived. So anything in your life, you're going to be seeing that kind of stuff right now, and it's going to really be kind of happening pretty naturally. So that kind of like makes me think of the solstice. You come to the very end, and then it's like, okay, we gotta go back and look at this stuff and see what's working, see what's not working. One of the coolest things too about, we are really going back almost in time with how do I put this? Okay, so everything is, this year, I say this year is about new perspective. So everything is about seeing it differently, and your whole life can change just from seeing some things differently. It's that ridiculously simple. That's why I'm here talking to you guys and talking in the way I do. So a lot of things, you're able to like get something where before you could never even see it, and now it feels like the most obvious thing ever. So if you're in any kind of creating anything kind of space, it's like you'll all of a sudden be like, oh my gosh, why didn't I turn it like this? You turn it like this, it's ingenious. Everyone's gonna want this, So it can even be these little bitty changes, but they're so like, oh my gosh, of course, obviously. And a lot of things may even happen like you used to do it. Like it's something you did it in a certain way, and you did say, nope, that's not working, that's not right, let me try to make it better in other ways. But you're gonna go back to that way. You're finally gonna go back and go, oh, I had it right in the first place. So there's lots of awakening, awareness to, oh my gosh, this makes so much more sense with everything going on in our life right now. And so that's going to be going on. Okay, wait, let me see. There's a lot of things, and I feel so good. I think the energy feels so good. I think it feels so good. It feels so good. It's like, that's like the best way to put it. It feels so good. And say it 20 times, and then people are like, oh, I get you. I hear you. But so that's going on. With the full moon, another really big area for all of you right now is that we're purging everything that we just don't need. This is like, get rid of it. One thing along with the purging is that it's also about asking for more. So it may even be that you need to upgrade. It can be that you took the cheap route to buy this thing several years ago, and then you've even been kind of limping because you have this thing that's not really, because you were saving back then. And you know, maybe it's time to upgrade. Maybe it's time to be like, you know, I need this nice thing, and just do it. So that goes along with the purging. It's getting rid of things, but it's also saying, I want to have a nicer thing. So it's getting rid of the old and bringing in something that's more honoring of you. And what's really cool is this is the, you know, that's kind of what's going on right now with this being in Capricorn, with the full moon being in Capricorn, with the sun being in Cancer. Your home is so important right now, and you are already feeling it. These energies came in earlier, and you've been feeling it probably for a week or so, but it's about like getting that home environment organized, cleaned, dusted, put together, knowing you know that the reason you have to do this is because it will affect and bring more into your life in regards to your career and to your creations, anything you're wanting to create. So a lot of you are feeling that, so you're already looking around. And what's really cool with that balancing energy and seeing new perspectives is that you're going to be like, oh my gosh, with like moving your furniture, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, like this one thing, I've been doing it like that, and I thought that was the best way to do it, and it'll be something you never thought of, and all of a sudden you'll change everything, and you're like, oh my gosh, I love my home, this is so cool. And I am so going through that too, and I figured out all these things that are so not right with it, and now it's like clear as day, like how could I not get that, you know? But that's this energy, so it's that like, we couldn't see it. Like now it's like clear as day. Things are clear as day. And there's a lot of things. So it's not just one thing that's clear as day. It's that's clear as day, that's clear as day, that's clear as day. But so even for me on the next recording, because I can't do it now because I have, you know, a lot to do, but the couch is going to be right where I'm at right now. So I'm going to be up on a couch doing these. I'm like, why wasn't I doing that in the first place? Like that just seems to be like the most obvious thing ever. And of course it was not. So now even that I look at the layout, I'm like, what was I thinking? None of this is right. So I'm going to be doing that hopefully next week when I get some spare time and the whole house is getting redone. I'm so excited. But it's really important that all of you do this right now. Really clean it up. Get all the dust out. Put the things away. Change things just so there's a new flavor, new feeling, because this energy here is all about that, so that you can have like more things regarding success, your career, opportunities, more responsibility in a good way, the kind that we welcome. You know, there's just a lot of opportunities that will come from this base that you're working on. Everything is very much about getting back to the basics, getting back to your roots. So once you kind of put the love here, put the healing here, like there's really this enormous space to have things out of the blue, miracle, crazy, awesome happen. Like this energy is so alive with, you know, if you can just ride on this certain vibration, and it all revolves around how you feel in this moment right now, how you feel right now, how you feel about your world and your future right now. If you can just be on that vibe of peace and surrender and trust and knowing it's good, there are massive potentials for opportunities to come to blow your friggin' mind. You know, to be like things where it would take 5 years for something to happen, it can happen in 2 weeks. You know, things are so fast like that, and they're like that if you ride that wave. And one of the reasons that this is also so powerful is because there's so many people out there like us who are on the wave, so it's more out there. It's easier for us to catch on to that vibration of feeling safe in this moment, feeling okay in this moment, trusting that you are going to get through whatever, trusting that you're fine, trusting that you're going to be supported, trusting that you don't know how close you are to something, you know, and like, but just riding that, I know I'm safe, I know it's okay. I might not feel so like I'm really uncertain and there's a lot of things I want to worry about and I don't know, blah, blah, blah. I want to go to that vibration because that's the one that we're used to. We're addicted to that worry, fear vibration. But instead, if you can just like go back and look at everything and how everything has always worked out, it has. I mean, if you keep saying it hasn't, then you are at a disadvantage because you're creating that. You're putting block, 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 block for these beautiful manifestations to come into your life. So if you are doing that, you're doing that. And you have to stop that. And it's in your brain. It's reprogramming your brain and reprogramming your thoughts and just trying to be safe, or just trying to be quiet and still. And, you know, it's okay, it's okay. I don't know what's coming up, but I know it's going to be good, you know. And that's like everything dealing with me, I'm going to be working with you on that level, because I am so gifted in the wait. I am so gifted in the just, okay, this doesn't feel really good, but I know something awesome's coming. I just know it. Like, you can't even convince me otherwise, you know. I'm like, nah, I think it's all working out pretty good for me. I think it's gonna, but anyway, so I just ride it and ride it and ride it. And the way the energies are now in the world, you know, a couple years ago, it would have been a harder ride. You could be on it, but it was harder to maintain it and sustain it. It's different now. It's more like, whoa, you're on it. And then like so many of us are on it, which that's why it's so important that we all do this, because we are changing the world. We are. It's energy, you know, and it's just so like our fields, people who are, what's that song with the let me stand next to your fire? Like that kind of thing is like we all have this energy, and it's when you're on this love vibe, this safe vibe, it's just kind of spreading out, and more of us are doing it. So it's kind of like morphing into energies so much smoother now than it could years ago, you know. And then it's like we're hooking each other up. We're generating forces of energy for other people by being who we are, and by loving who we are, and by trusting in the process and feeling safe. And so that's the journey. And that's what I'm going to be talking about always with you. So another reason why this is so awesome, we have Mercury going retrograde, and I will be, just to keep with, I don't like to be like everybody else ever. Like, even like if everybody goes over to that lane, I'm totally going to go to another lane. I have a real strong rebel in me, because I have my Venus in the first house in Aquarius, in a trine to Uranus in Libra. But I always kind of say that's kind of why, but I just naturally go to, if everyone's doing this, I have to do this other thing. It's like, it's just like a brat in me. I mean, it's not hurting anybody, so it's okay, but it is where I don't think about it either. Like, I can see everyone's, okay, well then I'm gonna, but I wonder why I brought that one up. Oh, so, yeah, I wonder why I did bring that up. What about being, oh, what did I look down at that made me think of that? Oh, Mercury going retrograde. So we have Mercury going retrograde in a couple days on the 26th. The same day, we have Jupiter going into Cancer. And I'm going to be writing a really big, beautiful article on that on Aquarius Nation. I'll put the link when I get it done. But I'm going to talk about how it's going to affect you, depending on where you have Jupiter and Cancer moving into your house, and where you're going to have a whole year of focus in your life. And this one's just going to be so great. This is kind of even, you know, there's going to be a lot more, there's going to be more of us focused on how to feel safe and secure in the world. That's going to be a really big thing, and it's been going on, but it's just really building, of like, I just want to feel safe. And so much of that is with your thoughts, and with how you're seeing this moment of the now. Because the more you can be in the moment of the now and feel safe, the more that they just continue on, and then you just always feel safe, and then it's just, you know, it's not even an issue, you know, you're safe. So that's something we're going to be all moving towards, really kind of loving our people more, really saying it more, really like kind of putting it out there, you know, like finding it so much more easier to express our love for our friends, for our family, for our friends that are our family. Just this nurturing, maybe even being able to touch people more, hug more. There's just going to be, it's going to be a really expressing our emotions more, being vulnerable, you know, being okay with the moods that you have, you know, just knowing, yeah, sometimes I feel really good, sometimes I feel really down. But I can tell you that when you do get really kind of further on the love vibe, even the feelings of down are so rare. It's really kind of weird. I mean, just because you're so addicted and used to this other way and think it has to be that way. But the down ones really just come more as like, just this surface thing that doesn't even really hit to your core, to your belly. You're just like, yeah, I really feel so hot. And it's funny even that I said that, because there was some energy a week or a few days ago, I don't know, but it did have everybody in a really strange funk of not hardly wanting to move, and the animals were really weird. It seemed like they were kind of like detoxing their own thing, purging their own things, really needing downtime, not like, and it was kind of, I heard that with a lot of people's animals, like they were worried something was wrong. So it was like, I think they were just doing kind of their own purging thing. And we're kind of doing our own purging thing. Okay, so I think that is all I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to get into your main ones. There's so much more I want to talk about. I need to figure out a way to be able to record longer than 25 minutes, because even now I'm like nervous. I'm like, what time is it? I don't know, is it going to cut me off again? Am I not going to be able to say bye? Oh, but yeah, oh gosh, I have to say this though. Okay, so Jupiter is going to be on the 26th, Mercury is going retrograde, but it's really cool. We're really going to be rethinking some things, redoing some things. It's going to go all along too with us redoing our homes, redoing our foundations, cleaning things out, reorganizing, buying what we need, upgrading to better things. When you've been doing this cheapy thing for too long, you know, do something that's honoring of you. So that will be something that we'll be working on. And that's cool. And then we also too, on this full moon, we have a grand trine with Jupiter, Black Moon, and the Sun are all in a conjunction, and they're going to be coming together with the Saturn and the Neptune trine. So we have this grand trine, and that is just beautiful. That is like believing in yourself. That is like, but anchoring yourself down and really doing it realistically, but knowing you can do this. And especially anybody who's doing something artistic, creative, spiritual, anything that's like that kind of level of thing, is like, you should just feel like supercharged. You can do this. And right now, along with that, you'll just see what you need to get rid of. You'll see what you need to let go of so that you can really be this. But you're going to be hooked up. It's going to be like you're just going to believe in yourself, you know, and you're going to feel really positive that you can do this. And you can even feel like you're in line with magical forces almost, because things are so like, oh my gosh, what have I tapped into? That can be a feeling of it because of with the Black Moon in it. So yeah, it's awesome. And yeah, I'm nervous that this is going to cut off. So I think I'm going to stop there, and then we will get to the individual readings and all these new things. And oh gosh, I want to talk so much more. This is sad. So, but that's where this is something that's I'm opening to. I need more freedom. Oh, let me just say that. Okay, so already I'm going to go, okay, bye. I'll see you for the next one, just in case I get cut off. But so, what did I just say? Oh, gosh. Freedom. Oh, that's the big thing right now. There's this freedom thing right now where one of the things with the balancing is that a lot of us have not had enough freedom, rest, space, solitude, retreat, or whatever. But even like if you're doing something with work, you're going to try to figure out how to have more freedom, how to like not have it take so much time. So that's kind of more about the energies with the looking back, seeing what you need, seeing what you don't need, see what you need to change, see what's working, see what's not working, and yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to just stop. I'll just talk more on the individuals maybe. Or maybe, you know, I'll even do something crazy, like I'll do one of these every week with just the main one, just because I'm getting more talkative too. That'll be like Jupiter leaving Gemini. That's probably why that's so funny that because my Mars is in the very last degree of Sagittarius. So actually Jupiter is opposing my, oh, that's funny. I just don't look at stuff much because all I do is work. But I'm like, oh yeah, Jupiter's squaring my Mercury right now. That's another reason why I'm like, I just want to talk to you guys forever. I have so much to talk about. But, okay, but anyway, no, we are going to stop. I think you got enough Maybe I'll start doing these more like weekly with the main one, because that would be cool, because and you can all see this too, that I'm much more natural in front of this than I was on my first one on March 11th, when I didn't think I could really do this, and I was not very happy or wanting to put myself in front of a camera for other people. So it was really, I had to leap off a cliff to do this. And now I'm having so much fun. And now I'm like, okay, let's do one every day. You guys can just be completely involved in everything in my life. You'll meet all the dogs, you'll meet all my friends, you'll see what we do. You'll go on hikes with us every night. Okay, but anyway, yeah, that's it. Enjoy this stuff. I'll get to the regular horoscopes in a bit. And you have a beautiful day. And let it go, let it go. And if it goes, let it go. If it falls away, let it go. If you see it dropping away, don't try to hold on. There's reasons for it. You have to let it go. Things want to naturally fall off now. It's kind of like you've been doing a colon cleanse forever, and it's wanting to just come out. It's a smooth process. It's not a really hard one. This isn't one about, oh, I need to get in there and think about it, and da-da-da. It's like, shoop, oh, that fell away. Oh, you didn't need that. Oh, you didn't need this person. Oh, you need to let that go. So, don't hold on to anything if it's going. It's supposed to go. And something better times 20,000 million is going to come back to you. Okay, so that's that. I'll see you on the individual readings. Bye.